Welcome to The Backstory. I'm Robert.
And I'm Melanie.
And today we're joined by Morgan Jackson. You have a fascinating thing that you do in life. It has to do with sharing the gospel in audio ways that are going to connect with people at the heart. And I'm really curious, this had to start somewhere. So what was your childhood like and how did it get you to where you are today?
Well, actually, I was raised in Southern California, Upper Ojai, three-room schoolhouse between Ojai and Santa Paula. When I was 12 years old, my dad came home and said, God's called us to live by faith, and he moved my two brothers and my sister into a school bus, 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 11-year-old, 9-year-old. Without any support, we traveled around, started in a Navajo reservation, then Hopi reservation, hippie community. And in those communities, we discovered that they thought that God was white because everything came to him in English. And yet you're saying, wait, he wasn't white, he was Asian, he was brown like you, tribes, clans, just like you live in. So we found Bibles sitting on shelves because nobody could read them, because we thought that if you learned English, you could learn their language. Not true. So from that, then we actually moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we knew nobody, and that was the beginning of the ministry, Faith Comes by Hearing, and it was founded by my parents.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, we're founded by your parents in the 80s, so I imagine technology has changed quite a bit since the ministry
Technology
started.
changed? What do you mean?
A little bit.
You guys use cassettes, don't you, still today?
We do, yes. Only when our records
do you even
aren't
know
working.
what a cassette is?
I
Yes.
love cassettes.
So
Tell us how the technology has changed, or the devices that you use.
So initially it was cassettes. So we used cassettes in the United States. Then initially we started using them around the world. But then it moved to CDs, and then it moved to MP3. And finally we needed a dedicated device. And so now we've created what we call a proclaimer, which is solar panel hand crank players that allow a community at no cost in themselves to hear the Bible.
Yeah.
So this one we use, and this reaches about 100 people. So it's got a solar panel, rechargeable batteries. This is the big dog though. This one, 1,000 people can hear it easily. It's called a proclaimer.
Wow.
Recharges batteries 3,000 times through the sun. If you don't have the sun like today, you crank it. You see that real red light goes on? 10 minutes of cranking. Now if you got power, you get a power cord, you can plug it in. Some villages get power 3 hours a week, charge it. And then the whole New Testament in their language, dramatized. We do it using 25 voices in the village. We do 180 voice part recording.
Wow.
So this is what we give to the village free.
Yeah.
If they'll all come together and listen in community.
Yeah. So I imagine that your work takes you around the globe.
It does.
You do lots of traveling with your wife. Is there an area of the world that you like to go, especially to maybe vacation or to just spend some time with your wife?
Well, with my wife, we're going to go to Italy. We've never been there. But
Yeah.
places we love to go are Ghana. Ghana feels like my second home. We love Peru, among the Quechua Indians. We've slept in Quechua huts, eaten a lot of very interesting foods.
Yeah.
Cuy, which is a little hamster that they prepare, which is very interesting.
That brings up my final question, and it was a perfect segue. If there was any food you've had around the world that you could bring home and eat here, what food would you choose?
Chinese food, because the Chinese food in China is completely different than what you get here, and especially Chinese seafood, because when you go, all of their food is alive the moment you choose it. So when you walk in, it's like an aquarium. You've got everything swimming, living, and you choose the tiger prawns, the crab, all of them, and they put them out, and then they take them to the cook alive, so you get the freshest seafood in the world and the greatest varieties in China.
Making me hungry.
Or Hong Kong or Singapore. Yeah.
It's breakfast time and I'm still hungry. Well, thank you, Morgan Jackson.
Thank you
We
so
appreciate
much.
you for coming on The Backstory. Make sure you check out Faith by Hearing and also watch Morgan Jackson on The Hour of Power.